Hey, good morning. It is Jordan with the BetLocker.com here to bring you a week 8 NFL and week 9 college football recap video. Still like to do these on Mondays just to see where everything we went right and where we might have went wrong, which we didn't really go wrong this weekend. We had an awesome weekend and definitely going to have a huge score to celebrate that. I want to keep doing these because we're going to have a huge score, which we got a really nice score yesterday. But I want to show off $1 million one week. So that's why I'm still doing these. And I like to do it just to see a little recap of, everything on and what we did and everything. So if you guys can, before we dive in, please like and subscribe. It does obviously help out the small channel and it does buy yourself some good karma. So now let's start with obviously a landing page right here, betlocker.com. Become a member today. But let's start with our locker pick. Let's start with college like we always do. So locker picks in college. Had Vanderbilt -2.5. Obviously, easy win. That felt really nice, as you can see here in in Craig's write up, calling me Jordy. That's my nickname. Yeah, in Pavia we trust. We just trust that he has that dog in him and he has that fight, and that team has really turned it around. And if it wasn't for the Vanderbilt name, I think that they'd be ranked in the top 5. So does Craig. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We always preach that. And they've been covering week after week. Them at home, only less than a field goal. Really loved it, and easy cover there. Johnny B, UCLA, not very great. They got absolutely smashed in the morning games. Indiana, UCLA, they couldn't, thought maybe they'd be able to, like he said in his write-up, which I really agreed with, be able to move the ball a little bit to maybe get a backdoor cover or whatnot. Plus with the new play calling, and they just could not overcome that Indiana defense. So that's going to happen, but no big deal there. He did give an extra Discord winner for a dog I'm trying to remember and trying to look up who it was. Oh, it was BYU. Duh. BYU plus they weren't getting a ton. Plus 2.5. But that was looking bad in the beginning. But they ended up coming back like they always do. So he did give that in the Discord. So saved some face there, which was awesome. And no harm, no foul in the dog world. Now let's go to I can't go to daily picks because those are posted right now. Let's go to free picks for college. And Utah Utes -13.5. If you want to buy the extra point, get it down to 13. Obviously, Craig saw in a smash spot. Now, what's interesting about that is they didn't start Dampier, which we didn't see coming. But the freshman still looked great. And we knew that the run game, obviously, like you said here, was going to be awesome against Colorado. And they had some bad taste in their mouth from last week, losing to BYU, their in-state rival. And they got, Shadir threw all over him last year. So they also had some extra incentive to go out and beat these guys at home and crush them, which they did. So that felt really awesome. A nice way to cap off the night. Now, our dailies also won. We went Memphis +6. That was an easy cover. And then we went 1-1 with our dailies on Saturday. Memphis +6 won. Oregon did not cover. They won, but they didn't cover. And then we gave one extra winner in the Discord besides BYU. And I'm trying to remember who that last one was as well. Discord for college is really easier because there's so many games. So there's so many, there's more teams to choose from and to throw out those extra winners, which is awesome. It was Miami -29.5. So they got that easy cover as well. So if you add all that up, 2 Discord wins, that's 2, 3 here, 4 and 2. So that's really great. Profitable weekend for college. Now let's dive into NFL. NFL, we had an awesome weekend. So over 41 for our free pick in the Niners-Texans game. If you got that late, you got lucky, and it went to 40.5. So this was either a push or a win, depending on when you got it. So that was a good start there. And then you go to our locker picks and saw some exploitive spots. Buffalo Bills in a kind of a must-win situation, but seeing Josh Allen 7-0 coming off a bye week, now 8-0 coming off a bye week. So they wanted to crush them in an impressive way, and they did. James Cook ran all over that really good Carolina defense, which was awesome to see. So that was an easy cover, felt like an easy win there. And then Tampa Bay Bucks kind of also coming off a loss and in a little bit of a must-win situation in a way. Not really, just to get back on winning track for these two teams. So, and then against a bad Carolina team that has played over their head the last few weeks, and then the Saints, who is also pretty bad. Now the Buccaneers had 2 defensive touchdowns, so that really helped them. So got those 2 covers as well. So that is basically starting out, however you look at it, 3-0 or 2-0-1 with a push. And then let's see our daily picks. Daily picks did good too. I can do those because I haven't posted that yet for today. So Jets +6, that was a backdoor comeback cover. That felt awesome. And then Eagles -7, also awesome. So however you look at it, depending on when you got that Texans line, 5-0 day in NFL. So that felt awesome and it felt great. Cash in a lot of these tickets and cash some parlays too. So that was sweet. Now, also what I haven't posted yet because I wanted to keep it for this recap video first was our prop bets for NFL. If you notice, we hit every single one of them. And we cashed all those tickets yesterday. My wife cashed some tickets yesterday as well with her bonus picks for pick 6. So it was an awesome Sunday. So CJ Stroud over 204.5 passing yards, bink. CD Lamb under 74.5 receiving yards, bink. George Pickens over 57.5 receiving yards, bink. Alvin Kamara, Woody Marks over their receiving yards as well. Got those also. Even still yesterday, I got Alvin Kamara at 23.5 receiving yards. Was it 23.5? Either way, I only covered by half a yard, which was, I wish I would have bet it earlier because it got scary, obviously. 23.5 was his number. Prop went up to 23.5. Woody Marks went up to 18.5. They both covered easily. Well, not Alvin Kamara, but anyways, we went 5-0 with our picks. Now, I wanted to talk real quick about the CeeDee Lamb situation. So I love to target the wide receiver 1 and take their under when they're going against Denver Broncos in Pat Surtain. Now, I did notice that game, he wasn't really shadowing wide receiver number 1. He started to shadow George Pickens more, which was scary. I didn't like it. And then he goes down with an injury. So then I thought, okay, maybe, that sucks for him because I really like him. But I was like, maybe this is good for us because then, if they just contain CeeDee Lamb now, maybe George Pickens can get his yards. They did. And then CeeDee Lamb kept getting last minute catches and he got to 74. And I was like, oh my gosh, of course. And, my whole theory went out the window when Pat Surtain goes down. But then they're down so bad that he gets benched the last drive and we cash it. So that was freaking sweet. So the logic was there, and then it started out kind of scary, and then it still ends up covering. And sometimes that happens. I mean, sometimes you have sound logic on why you're doing something, but then like you just get there in other ways. So that does happen a lot. So prop bets were awesome. So we went basically 5-0 in NFL and then 5-0 in these props for NFL. It was a sweet NFL day. And if you watch my prop picks videos, which I didn't know this. So my wife cashed all of her tickets yesterday because she got bonus money. So I was like, do it, get the bonus, And I promise she put all those picks in by herself. She knows ball. She does actually know a lot of ball. She's a big Chiefs fan. So anyways, and excuse me. Cheers. Love coffee in the morning. But with pick 6 promotions, which I didn't know this, and we were shocked when we actually saw it, which was way sweet, was you put it on all your picks, and then it says your minimum payout, and you're going to get that regardless. But then you're entered into contests to where, depending on how many picks you pick and how many people actually hit those, there's bonus money to be given out. So she was paid over double the minimum amount because not a lot of people must have hit 5-teamers and 6-teamers with their $5 bets and whatnot. So It was an awesome, like literally turned 25 bucks into like over 1200. It was sick. I'll post those pictures up on the site. So it was awesome. And what my point why I'm bringing it up is because DraftKings Pick 6 offers that little bonus extra money to where you can get those. And I didn't know it could be that much though. So when we saw that, we're like, oh my God, it was a sweet way to cap off the night. So yeah, prop NFL absolutely crushed it in those. And then there's pick six for you. Let's see cheat sheets. So cheat sheet for NFL, we had a lot. So Bo Nix did great. Now I put all these stars in here because I only like these guys. I still play Derrick Henry and he still did okay. I only liked these guys and the Ravens guys if Lamar Jackson was playing, which he was supposed to, and then he gets ruled out. So that's why I put these stars in here. I put that in Discord, like saying only play these guys if he's in, and he got ruled out. So in Discord, I did put in there, I say absolutely go to a naked stack or a skinny stack with Justin Fields and or Drake May. So did put that in there and so relieve some of that. Bijan Robinson was a complete dud. He was in 55% of lineups yesterday, and he killed every single one of them. If you pivoted off of him and went to Jonathan Taylor, or if you went to James Cook, or obviously Saquon Barkley, then you crushed, and or you cashed pretty easily. So that is a learning moment and DFS is always learning, always pay attention to what's going on and seeing what the winning lineups are and whatnot. So a lot of the times, and like I had to explain to some friends and whatnot, like that are getting new to DFS, is like you smart lineups and sharp lineups is going to be you got to eat some chalk, and then that way you're not behind the field on those guys. And then you get different in 1 to 2 spots. So like I was on Bijan Robinson a lot, and then I went to George Pickens as my different spot. If you swap those, if you get like a chalky wide receiver, and if you pivot off of Bijan Robinson chalk and you go to someone else like a Saquon that's only 10%, or like a James Cook that's less than 10%, then those are the 1 to 2 switches that you need to be unique and to get really good. So tight ends were okay. Tyler Warren was a dud. Goddard was good, 2 touchdowns. Dalton Schultz was a dud, but then Dalton Kincaid didn't end up playing. And then K. Dalton was kind of a dud too. So my point is also I did give out some of those extra guys late into the Discord. So like the naked stacks or the skinny stacks with the quarterbacks. And I also corrected myself because I meant to put the Bengals here, not the Browns. I didn't have a single lineup with the Browns. I had some Joe Flacco stacks with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But you kind of need to Chase Brown to make that lineup really well. Same thing with the Eagles honorable mention. Devontae Smith was in a chalk spot as well, and he did all right. He didn't do great. If you paired Jalen Hurts with Saquon and Goddard, you were looking awesome. And Colts, obviously, crush spot. CJ Stroud stacks, awesome Hail Mary stack with cheap bringbacks with Jalen Noel. And if you got the other receiver correct as well. Baltimore Ravens, same thing I wrote here. If they don't play any Ravens. But you could still play Henry, which I did, and he did okay. So look at this right here, though. James Cook under owned, and he was in a crush spot. George Pickens, Michael Pittman did good. Chris Olave did pretty good. And Daniel Jones, obviously. So still got those under 10% owned GPPs in GPPs. Guys, bink those really well if you mix and match them. The key takeaway from yesterday is you have to do extra lineups and sometimes get off that crazy chalk on a certain guy. The guy yesterday was Bijan Robinson. If you switch him out with any other running back in his price range, you probably did really well. So I won't lie, I did very bad. I didn't play a ton of lineups. I just did a couple single entries, and I won some tickets into the Millie Maker. And because I was on Bijan so much, they all didn't do great. So pivot that to James Cook. Bingo, you are in some serious cash. So that's it, guys. That's a recap. Awesome NFL, awesome props, obviously, and we're gonna win. And the reason why, like I said in my whenever I did say I going there's going to be a big DFS win, and like even with sharps, even with the Millie winners, there's been a guy that won $2 million this year alone in two different sports, and those have been his first two cashes in like 3 years. Big scores. So like they sometimes come in bunches, but they also you usually only get 1 to 2 big scores in DFS. That's just the DFS world, and even with sharp players. So it's just so volatile. So many different variables, so many things to get perfect, and so many things to get right. That's why you need to do more variations and whatnot. But the whole reason why I even started this was because I had envisioned that there is going to be a big score, and I want to showcase it in a recap video. So we're gonna have it for sure. We had an awesome props day, we had an awesome NFL bets day, but I mean, making 5 units of profit is great. I mean, I'll take it every single day, but I'm gonna showcase $1 million winner eventually as well. So but yeah, go ahead and become a betlocker.com member. You get everything you saw today, plus you do get access to our Discord channel. And also, our winners have been winning. Member the other day alone he cashed in 2 3-team NBA parlays. So NBA started up, cashing those tickets already, and Discord channel loves to give those extra winners. So you get all of this included, including a member into our Discord for dirt cheap price, $6.99 a week or $19.99 a month. Basically getting 2 weeks free if you do sign up for the month. So that's it, guys. Let's have a good week. Schedule for this week, as always, Wednesday lineup and strategy builder for and first look for next week in DFS world. And then props video for Thursday. And I'm also going to do NBA props videos tomorrow and Wednesday. So be on the lookout for those. So videos all week long. Come back, like and subscribe so that way you can follow along and we can cash these props. Like you saw here, we went 5-0 yesterday in NFL. So technically 7-0 if you count our other picks that we used personally. So come back all week into our channel and watch our props videos and make some money together. All right. We'll see you guys.